Faster Master by Mastering the Mix has a name that reminds me of a cheesy 1980s hair metal band, but it exactly says what this plugin does. It will give you a master faster. This mastering plugin is co-created with EDM big names David Guetta and Nicky Romero, and fortunately for us users, this plugin isn't just about name dropping, but actually a very capable mastering tool, not suited for only EDM but for other music styles as well. The first impression is that it is a one knob type of plugin, but it is not. It is built to work like one because the plugin will master for you by pressing one single button. That is done by using the Analyze function. The plugin learns the profile of the unmastered track and then applies its settings to the audio. Think of Ozone in this regard. It takes 20 seconds to learn. The plugin recommends to use the loudest part. A nice user-friendly touch is that the plugin tells you the difference in loudness before you have to click apply. This will most likely save your ears because now you have time to adjust your speaker volume. Another nice touch is that when you bypass the plugin, it is a level matched bypass. This allows you to truly hear the difference in sound only. It also means that it isn't a true 100% bypass in this plugin. You have to keep in mind that with this bypass, that the unmastered audio usually gets a level boost. That means that it will probably clip. Now when I opened the plugin for the first time, I pressed the learn over and over and it didn't work. Only after I clicked this screen away, the learn function worked properly. This is a sort of info screen only, but I found it to be confusing at first. But you can select to not show it again. Another thing you could question with this plugin is the form over function aspect. It looks sleek for sure, very isotope-esque with this evolving blorb here. But it's mostly eye candy and it covers half of the plugin. It's borderline okay for me size-wise. After using Learn and applying the settings, you can browse between presets when you want a different sound. When you switch between these presets, it's not instant. The plugin takes a little time to apply its settings. Loosen up the pressure, Now, you do get an A/B function if you have found two presets you like for a quicker comparison. In the presets function you also find that you can import your own reference tracks. Faster Master will extract the sonic profile and stereo width, which you then can apply to your audio track. Now if you like this breakdown so far, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell to stay up to date on the latest new plugins. Cover songs is probably one of the many types of songs you would love to do, but uploading to a streaming platforms is always a hassle due to copyrights and required fee because you cover an original song. DistroKid makes this very easy for you by offering the option to do this all for you when you have a DistroKid subscription. Use my link in the description to get 7% off of your first year on a DistroKid. With Faster Master you get, within limits, actually quite few things that you can tweak. You can adjust the EQ, transients, compression, stereo width and the amount of limiting. And all of these settings use a simplified approach. The EQ uses a graphical method. The bands are fixed, the chosen frequencies make sense and the width of each band is rather wide. This EQ is for overall tone shaping and not for surgical adjustments, which is fitting for the use case of this entire plugin. The transients can be adjusted from less to more. Compression goes from light to dynamic to tight. Subjective words that fit the sound you get. The stereo module adjusts the stereo width, nicely divided per frequency band. It makes it very easy to get a mono low end and more stereo top end, and anything in between. Now it can get very wide and you need to keep attention to not overdo it. The limiter uses LUFS and it seems to always default to -6, which I found to be very loud for most applications. You can set it lower of course, and I think you usually should. Drive is something you want to play with since it can increase density. Now sound-wise, Faster Master sounds smooth. When I browsed through the presets, I never encountered a setting that sounded bad, but only ones that weren't fitting. This is also the case when you adjust the settings. The plugin is very forgiving, which is nice. You can really focus on getting a good fitting master with this one. It also means that any in-depth surgical adjustments won't be possible with the plugin. You do need to reach for other tools to do that. But that said, all settings can be automated. Faster Master really is for the finishing touches in my opinion, or have to a quick and dirty master with enough to tweak. Go check it out and find if it fits in your audio toolshed.